What's up, YouTube? Thank you so much for clicking this video. As you can tell by the thumbnail, we'll be talking about my story and why I left Keller Williams for eXp Realty. Before we start, I just want to preface this video by saying there is no bad blood between me and Keller Williams. I actually found their company to be a great company. I met some great friends there, and people that I still talk to this day are Keller Williams agents. So there's no bad beef between us. So I just want to let y'all know this is in no way going to be a hate video about Keller Williams. I just want to share with y'all my story and why it wasn't a good fit for me, why eXp was a little bit better for me, and hopefully you can gain some value if you're someone who's thinking about getting your license and learn whether Keller Williams might be better for you or eXp. So let's get straight into this without wasting any more of your time. Starting with, when I was with Keller Williams, I was working as an independent contractor, which means you should be getting more commission on paper, right? But you turn out to be completely wrong, at least for my office. Each office is independently owned and operated, but my office, I was only making 65% for the deal, right? So they take 35%. On top of that, they charge $500 for a title and escrow coordination fee. Now, keep in mind that you still have to do all the paperwork and all that crap on your own. You just submit it and someone looks over real quick and gives you the green light, says, hey, this is good, or says, hey, this is bad. Which is a pretty good. If you weren't taking so much commission already, you'd figure that that would be for that. But no, that's a bonus fee, right? So that's pretty dang discouraging, right? Because who wants to have their money taken for a deal they did all the work for to get, right? So let's see. My first home sale was this lovely home here I'm about to show here in Moore, Oklahoma. It was a lovely 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1650 square foot home. Ended up selling for 195 grand. So you're thinking you're about to get 6K? Well, you're definitely wrong. So let's see. So 3% of that would be 5,850, which is pretty good. However, you're only getting 65% of that. So you subtract the 35% commission. Now we're down to 3,820. Okay, minus the $500 fee, and we're down to $3,320 after everything is all said and done. Now, I wouldn't really have a problem with this if this were like a lead that, the office gave to you, right? Someone calls in and says, hey, we're looking to sell our home. Do you guys have a realtor? And they gave it to you. No, this was actually a lead that I was paying for at the time. I was using a lead generation resource, which was a monthly service. And I did all the work for this deal. I mean, like, I met them, I set the appointment, got on the phone calls, sent over like 3 different CMAs because I've been following up with them for about 3 months. And then we met. Went over contract. It was let me just tell you, my first deal was a huge headache because of the next reason I'm about to get into, lack of support. But you do all this work and they're taking this much of your paycheck. It's really not a good look, The second reason I left, getting into kind of leading into the first part, is actually because I wasn't really getting the support and the help I needed, right? There was lots of times I'd have questions, like especially in my first deal, and I would have to wait an entire day for a response, and that's huge whenever you have the seller and the buyer at your neck wanting the answer now or having this done. So because the problem is that the people who are supposed to be there for us, training us, they also worked as realtors themselves, which is, as you can imagine, a bit of a problem because they're trying to sell real estate and coach and train people at the same time. It really wasn't. I didn't understand why they did that. I felt like they should have had dedicated people to that, which is that sucked, right? Okay, the last reason's a bit petty, but let me explain myself. So after an agent who joins the company sells their first home with them, they normally throw a bit of a celebration. And it's not something fancy. This is like, one slice of cake and maybe some pop, right? And they get together and you get to like ring this little bell, right? Like ding. You ring this bell and they do a little bit of Facebook posts, so you're getting some free advertising there, as well. And it's kind of like, something I was looking forward to after selling my home. The main thing I was looking forward to was the money, obviously, and helping my client, my lovely seller, sell her home. But I was also kind of looking forward to showing up at the office and having this little bitty party or something, right? Or I expected someone to reach out to me to kind of like next time I show up so that we can do that. But it was crickets. So after I sold my home, this just never happened. It was never brought up. Maybe looking in hindsight, maybe I should have brought it up, but I just thought it wasn't really cool because I know the previous agents, they didn't have to bring it up. They just, they just did it, right? So I didn't really feel kind of welcome there. That's kind of, I think that was kind of like the breaking point. because I was weighing out my options. I'm not getting the support. They're taking all this commission. And on top of that, after my first home sale, we're not even having a little bit of a celebration, which kind of like, that hurt me, bro, personally. But I took that personally, so yeah. So with all those three things happening, of course, at this point, I was starting to look at some other options, you know, because business was kind of slow. Not saying that's on them, you know, you can have great success with Keller Williams. It's not about the company, it's about what the work you do as a person. However, I do want to be with a brokerage where I'm getting support, the training, the systems in place that I need, and I want to have a place where I feel welcomed and cared about, not just another number in the bulletin board, right? So getting into the first reason why I joined eXp was the commission split was a lot more attractive. I'll let you know right now, they only do an 80 to 20 split. So that means you keep 80% of your commission versus 20%. So if you do the math here, on my first home sale, I sold for $195K, I would have got $4,700 cold hard cash. And here's the thing, all of this stuff with like title coordination fees and stuff like that, that is thrown onto the commission split. So here's the thing, you're not paying any extra fees, no nonsense. So that is all money coming into you, which is like, you know, that's great. And on top of that, you're still getting the same type of like title coordination to make sure the deal doesn't fall through or no loose ends are met in the contracts and the paperwork. The second reason I joined eXp is because I'm offered a lot more training, and from 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, I can just log on to this eXp hub world, which I'm about to show on screen right here. And basically I just log into it, I go to the support desk or my US state broker room, and I can just ask questions to anybody there. And even if say my US state broker room, they're busy, there's a bunch of people there, I can go to any other of the state broker rooms and just ask them questions and whatnot. So I always have someone that I can ask questions to and get the answer to something I'm looking for. On top of that, for your first 3 deals, you're given a mentor who's basically going to be helping you out to your first 3 deals. And he's always someone that you can call upon to ask questions. If not, you always got, you got a community set up to where you always have someone that's available whenever you join. I think that's great. And inside the eXp Hub world, you're given extensive training. I'm talking like a whole library of content about how to be good on social media, how to work your sphere of influence, how to find real-time buyers and sellers, door knocking strategies, cold calling strategies, etc. It's all there in the eXp Hub world, like just loads of good training to help you be, you know, the best agent you possibly can be, right? And it's huge. The last reason, well, I should also preface this by saying they also have a great CRM, which does all the marketing and emails and social media posts for you. It's huge on helping you manage all your systems. But kind of the last reason is also because I felt a lot more welcomed whenever I joined eXp. Immediately we're given, I joined the team with 6 other agents, a professional realtor who sells hundreds of homes a year, as well as a kind of mentorship guy who he's always available. His name's David, and he's great. He's always someone we can call upon, ask questions, you know, get feedback, etc., etc. And overall, it's been more of a community, and I felt welcomed. And I didn't feel like just another, you know, number in their, you know, dumpster list of agents they have working under them. I felt like a real person that I was valued and was treated with respect and taken care of. And that's ultimately, I think that's what anybody wants when they join this field, because real estate can be complicated, it can be hard, it can be very competitive. So I feel like it's huge joining a brokerage where you actually feel welcomed and that you're gonna be treated as a individual who needs that to have his hand held and given the support and the systems he needs to overall succeed in the business. So yeah. So with all of that said, I really appreciate you guys watching and hearing my story. And again, let me say one more time, this is no beef to Keller Williams. They have lots of great agents working under them. I met some great people who I'm actually still friends with to this day from their office. It's just I personally did not have the ideal experience, but that could change for you depending on your state and who you're joining. But alrighty, with that all said, hope you guys have an amazing day. Please consider subscribing if you made it this far in the video. And because I'll be posting 3 videos a week just like this one, if not better. And yeah, y'all have a blessed one, stay safe, and stay classy, y'all. Peace.